What's up, Marchfits of Chaos? Good morning, good evening, whenever you watch this. It's just a little news video since Rebirth is coming around the corner. Like next Thursday, I pick up the game at GameStop. So this is just a little bit of news saying that there is still some hope, even though there's some creative choices that probably won't make us completely happy. But there's always hope of the New Horizons as well. I played the demo, I played the Nibelheim and the Junon demo. I do gotta say, for my review of the demos, at least, the Nibelheim demo was all about story. It was all about, what the story's gonna be about and why the chase for Sephiroth is important. So that was that was a story demo. That's why you got a story trailer. The Junon demo was about gameplay and the stuff you could do when you get the game. So it was just, it was just a gameplay demo. So, it was good. It was good. It was short. I was hoping at least this is when looks like we're getting to recruit Yuffie in this one. But I want to stop talking about the demos, and I wanted to get on to some Final Fantasy VII Rebirth news. Now, for the first thing I want to talk about is, I read on Twitter, and let me go ahead and pull that sucker up, because I have it on, I'm calling it Twitter, don't ever say it's X. If you say it's X, I'm banning you from my content. It's Twitter. Leave me alone. Okay, the launch of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is nearly here, 7 days to go. Our live streaming content sharing guidelines have been announced. Please allow me to communicate this important request again. When posting that strongly relates to the game story on social media video sites, I ask that you make sure you include spoiler warnings as not to affect the experience of people who have yet not played the game. I would also be grateful if you could refrain from using any scenes that are vital parts of the story of your thumbnails. We deliberately do not want to restrict or record or share functions of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, as we want you to able to share, comment on your gameplay experience. Still, I'm making this request as a respect toward all players out there who want to avoid any spoilers until they have personally complete the story. Full details of the shared guidelines of any other points could be found at URL in this post. I ask you, your understanding and cooperation that everyone follows who has waited for so long that this day can enjoy Final Fantasy VII Rebirth at the fullest. Test Normal, creative director. Creative director. I can't read this that much because it's small. It's a post. I'll probably put it on Facebook too, but it's very small. But pretty much is they're gonna make sure you can use the stuff. They're not gonna do like the Sephiroth fight and remake that they cut off, that they banned you from using. They're not gonna do that no more in Rebirth. So you could actually go ahead and they just ask that you put spoiler warnings and do not go on people's Twitch streams and spoil it on purpose. Don't be a dick, pretty much, and understandably so. Please don't be a dick. Now, it's not really a spoiler, but this is the one thing that will disappoint people, and why I'm making this video in the first place. Vincent and Cid will not be playable, but do not fret, because there's a potential future. If we don't get an episode Vincent like we did with Yuffie, we're for sure going to get a Dirge of Cerberus remake. Everything was hinting at a Dirge of Cerberus remake as it is. First of all, we have Crisis Core Reunion, and then not only that, but if Avid Children and Dirge of Cerberus aren't canon, correct me if I'm wrong, why are they going to have a theatrical release of Avid Children? Are we releasing the theaters of Avid Children if Dirge of Cerberus isn't coming? And I'm pretty sure they know the fans are gonna be upset that Vincent's not playable or could be a party member. He's not even like an AI battle assist, him or Cid. But their story is gonna be very important. In fact, they even said that Vincent's story is gonna be very important in this version of Final Fantasy VII. So his story is gonna connect to Sephiroth in a way we never seen in Dirge of Cerberus. And let's be honest, as much as I love Dirge of Cerberus, I will admit, it would be told better and not in just split parts of Rebirth. It's going to be told in full completely. Maybe during the Nibelheim after we get Vincent. But, I know we're guaranteed a Dirge of Cerberus remake. Everything it has this writing on it. The fact we still got Genesis's ending with Weiss and Nero carrying Genesis's body. So we got that. But it's also the fact that, Yuffie's DLC, we fought Nero and Deep Ground soldiers. And the fact we got a secret boss and Weiss the Immaculate. The fact that Weiss the Immaculate is in this, even though he's only an AI battle, and if you were lucky enough to complete the battle, it looks like Hojo's already taken over his mind like he did in the Dirge of Cerberus game. But the fact is, we got a Weiss battle at all in a place that it wouldn't make no sense for him to be part of. Now, I don't know if this is the Weiss that's in Deep Ground after the Restrictors were defeated, or if this is a future version that came back, killed the old Weiss, took the Deep Ground throne, and did an alter replace, or maybe Sephiroth messed with so many timelines that, because we know that Nero actually technically lived, because he fused inside Weiss. What if future Weiss split himself apart, he split himself apart back to just regular Weiss and Nero. And that's why you see the Hojo control program after you defeat Weiss, if you were able to defeat that boss. But I say if, because this is something, let's be honest, fighting this version of Weiss makes me miss Millennium Blade of Mikola. I rather fight Blade of Mikola twice on a faster speed with 10 to 15 waterfowl dances than Weiss the Immaculate. I'd rather do that. You could even include Malekith as well, because it was another boss in Elden Ring I had trouble with. But, the cards are on the table that Dirge of Cerberus is going to get remade something. It's like, why would you want to put Advent Children in theaters again if Advent Children is not canon? It doesn't make sense. So, even though Vince is not playable, I think to appease the Vincent fans that are, understandably disgruntled, I think a Dirge of Cerberus remake would make up for all that stuff, But the only thing that's really suspicious in that part is if that's a problem, then I hope they don't go back and make Sephiroth the final boss like they did a remake. I would save Sephiroth for part 3, because, if Dirge of Cerberus is canon, we can't kill off the Sphinx, so the Sphinx have to stay out of the game, And we don't know where Genesis is, but Genesis is definitely alive. If he's still slumbering inside of a cave under Deep Ground, then again, you would have to disturb Deep Ground to get to that, because it's below Deep Ground, so that wouldn't make sense either, because that's where Weiss's body ends up after Vincent defeats Weiss and Omega. So it really makes no sense to me, that Genesis could come back. Maybe Genova. And I'm going to put spoiler in this because it could even be Cloud as well that's possessed. Either way, I still think a Dirge of Cerberus remake is coming based off these factors. I think it's a possibility. Maybe 50, 95 plus possibility. So may the crystal bless you. Don't spoil the game. And there will be a Dirge of Cerberus remake. May the crystal bless y'all.